Dude, times have changed, by the way.
Why?
Because you used to have to hit on the field.
What do you mean have to? Mandatory? By your coach?
Pretty much. I mean, it was – unless you were a veteran of veterans, you had to hit on the field.
Okay.
If they said there was BP, unless you were Paul Molitor when I was with the Twins or somebody like that, guess what? Your ass was hitting on the field.
Can I present a scenario for you? I am player X, and I am like, yo, BP screws me up, makes me too big, okay? And coach goes, well, you're doing it anyway. I'm in an 0 for 22. Hey, Skip, can I just skip BP for a day? Okay, cool. I'm going to hit inside. 4 for 4. Hey, Skip, can I do it again? 3 for 4. Hey, Skip, can we just make this a permanent thing? No. Week later, slump again. You're still going to say, screw you? You can't do what you want to do
I'm not saying this. I didn't say this.
You're representing the manager
right now. I didn't
say
this. I'm just saying that there was no you're not hitting on the field.
I mean,
we're taking BP. Guys would take a day every once in a while where they wouldn't. Like, say you're playing 20 games in a row and you had six straight games where you take BP. Guys would be like, oh, I'm tired on the 5th day. I need a day. Okay. But to never hit on the field?
It's common now.
Many guys
do it.
That's what I said. Things have changed.
Yeah, I want to get out there. Either you take early BP so you don't have to hit later, or you take BP. If you need a break here and there, I understand. I had hitting coaches say, you do whatever you want, okay? Just make sure you're ready for the game. You don't have to take BP, but if you're not ready for that game, then we're going to have a couple problems. But hindsight 2020, it is a different game now. A lot more injuries, it seems like. So, but for me, I wanted to get out there, wanted to feel the air, cold air, hot air. I wanted to sweat. I wanted to know what I needed to wear later on during the game. I wanted to run. I wanted to be chatty with all the players. That's the camaraderie part about it behind the backstop there, the turtle, whatever you call it, and you're ready to rock, man. And you talk to the fans. Like, that's the stuff that I miss about baseball from not playing anymore. That's the back and forth chatter. You have a fan behind you. Won't hit a home runs. Like, all right, and I try to hit on whatever. You have some fun stuff with fans, not only the people that are there, but you get to talk to your coaches and talk to the players and figure out what you're doing right or wrong. And I think that's the best part about baseball. One up.
I always went out. That was my game. That was the game that, like, I remember one of my managers was like, he's like, yeah, this guy, he's not out here. Does he not want to play in the game today? Like, he's not even starting. Like, I'm not going to go to him if we need a spot in the DH, in a pinch hit situation. It was just Scott, your scenario, Scott, is like, okay, I hear what you're saying. But Colby Rasmus, that brings me up Colby Rasmus's story. He didn't like taking regular BP from the sense of, like, the guys just kind of lob it in. He always grew up. And he made the big leagues at 19, 20 years old with the Cardinals. And they were just always lobbing BP in. And it wasn't – he's like, I want velo BP. So he actually went off-site because he told guys he wanted the BP guy closer or somebody that would throw harder. He went off-site. His dad came in, and he was hitting at a high school field. Same exact scenario. Struggle, raked. As soon as his dad came in, started taking real BP, then they made him take the extra BP. And then the Cardinals, Tony La Russa, found out that they were going off the field, and he called the high school coach in St. Louis where the guy was, where they were hitting and letting him on the field, made him stop because, nope, you got to do what our team stuff says.
See?
Yeah, but that's hurting your production. What about Ohtani? Who's volunteering here? Because Ohtani doesn't take BP. Does like BP every once in a blue moon. Just kind of feels like to put on a show in Fenway. Or
I said it's changed. Or you could have managers like Ozzie Gann. We asked Ozzie one time if we take early BP, and he said no. We're like, why not? He said, well, you guys can't hit in the game. Why would I waste my coach's time, make him get there an hour early to watch you guys suck at extra BP?
You should show up to Pete's comedy show.
Exactly. But I was with Todd, though. I wanted to be out there because I wanted – I hit in the first group and then I'd go in. So it wasn't like I was out there for hours. I mean, I'd hit in the first group and then go in. But still, there was – I wanted to see the ball off the bat because you learn so much more. You hit in the cage all you want. And Jeff said, he gets big or whatever. but I wanted to see the ball where it went. So I knew if I was in the right spot with my swing. Because if I could backspin a ball in and keep it fair, I was like, okay, I'm in a good spot with my hands. So for me, it was important. And I love, dude, BP was like, stretch 10 minutes, hang out with the fellas, take your round for 15 minutes. You're inside 30 minutes later.
Yep.
Get ready for the game. But yeah, I mean, I see Nick Markakis never took BP on the field. Each person has their own thing. And do whatever, like touch it. Be ready. Just be ready when 7 o'clock, that first pitch comes. You're first at bat, be ready. I don't care how you get ready. Barry Bonds never hit on the field half the time either. But you know what? That game started, he hit on the field.
Scott, let me finish with this. You never want to be known as a 5 o'clock hitter. Okay, so that's something you don't want to be known as.